Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Tuesday, April 1, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. In currency markets today, mixed movements against major pairs. The greenback strengthened against the euro, gaining 0.22 cents for its third consecutive up day. Against the yen, it retreated 0.41 points, following a downward breakout from recent consolidation. Looking at returns, the US dollar shows modest week-to-date gains against the euro and sterling. However, year-to-date performance reveals declines across major pairs, with the yen showing the largest decline at nearly 5%. The dollar weakened notably against the loonie, dropping 0.88 cents amid strong downward momentum. Meanwhile, it advanced against the yuan, breaking upward from a six-day consolidation pattern with a 0.18% gain. Year-to-date performance shows the US dollar struggling against most Asian currencies, down 1.6% versus the Singapore dollar and nearly 0.8% against the yuan. The rupee remains relatively flat, with minimal gains of 0.02%.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Mexico leads with a 2.1% gain, showing a strong upward trend. Taiwan gained 1.5% despite overall negative trend and volatility. Israel and South Korea each rose about 1.4%, while Hong Kong advanced 1.3%. Looking at returns, Mexico shows strong performance with an 11.2% gain year-to-date. South Korea and Hong Kong have posted year-to-date gains of 7.8% and 6.5% respectively. Taiwan lags with a minus 6.9% year-to-date return. Among underperforming markets, Denmark hit a one-year low, down 0.76% and showing significant weakness with 10 consecutive down days. Japan exhibits strong negative trend, falling 0.52% for its fifth straight decline. India dropped 0.83%. while Belgium and Indonesia each recorded 3 consecutive down days. Return metrics show Indonesia struggling with a minus 12.1% year-to-date decline. Denmark and India are both down roughly 3% year-to-date. Despite recent weakness, Japan and Belgium maintain positive year-to-date returns of 1.6% and 7.3% respectively.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures and silver futures display very strong positive trends, with silver breaking downward after 3 flat days. Palladium futures shows strong upward volatility, while aluminum futures exhibits a very strong negative trend. Year-to-date returns show significant variation among metals. Copper futures leads with a 25% gain, while gold futures has returned 19.2%. Aluminum futures stands as the only decliner, down 3.7% for the year. In energy futures, natural gas dropped 4% to 3.95, while gasoline and heating oil futures both advanced about 0.5%. Heating oil broke upward after 4 days of flat trading. Gasoline futures leads energy commodities with a 14.7% year-to-date gain. Brent crude and crude oil futures show modest declines of 1.3% and 0.8% respectively for the year. Live cattle futures surged 2.6% today, breaking upward from 3 days of flat trading. Lean hogs showed very strong upward volatility despite closing slightly lower. Class 2I milk maintains a very strong negative trend. In the year-to-date performance, feeder cattle leads livestock futures with a 9.1% gain, followed by lean hogs at 7.7%. Class 2A milk shows significant weakness, down 15.7% for the year. Soybean futures led grains with a 3.2% gain, while oat futures rose 2.2%. Rough rice declined 1.9%. Wheat broke upward from 3 days of consolidation, gaining 1.4%. Year-to-date, oat futures lead grains with a 7.1% return, while soybeans are up 3.7%. Rough rice futures shows the weakest performance, declining 5.6% since the start of the year. Soft commodities showed broad strength today. Orange juice led gains with a 6.1% rise to 258.55. Cocoa followed with a 5.3% increase to 8,327. Cotton futures broke upward after 4 days of consolidation, climbing 3.5%. Looking at week-to-date performance, orange juice shows the strongest movement at 9%, despite its longer-term negative trend. Cocoa has declined nearly 29% year-to-date, while coffee futures leads year-to-date returns at positive 20.5%.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.